There we go. Okay, guys, so we have just seen the players walk in for the first game of the Grand Finals for 2022. So our three teams are Brisbane Eclipse, Catalyst, and the Spartans, who've made it through. Oh, God, I can hear my own voice. I hate that.
Studio just got opened slightly, and we can hear it through the door.
I'm going to play around with this stuff. Okay, so we have, I almost said the Wolfpack. We have Catalyst playing out of blue, Eclipse playing out of red, and the Spartans playing out of green. I'm definitely going to accidentally call them the Wolfpack at some point today.
I think we all are.
I don't think I will. I'm pretty safe. I've been out of the game for too long.
You only know them as Catalyst, so that's good. That's good.
Oh, I knew Wolfpack at the time. Like I think they were starting up as I walked out of the scene.
So the 2016 finals when you departed, and that was their first NAS, and that was when they kind of really exploded on the scene. For people that haven't been in the game for the last couple of years, Wolfpack have been the team to beat. They took the mantle from the Roans and they kind of ran with it. So here we go. So
it will be off of average score or total score.
Yep.
I think I saw Robo was getting set for Brisbane Eclipse. I couldn't see who was getting set for Catalyst. And I know the Spartans have Potato out with an injury.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting, obviously. Potato out with an injury means we've got the same five possibly for the all three games.
And they can't afford another one as well. Which in this maze is...
We've had some issues today already.
Okay, so we've got Wax, Grub, and Wenfox on Catalyst. I can't tell who they're... Oh.
Volley's in, so it's going to either be...
Is it going to be Fantasy Dodge, or is it going to be...
Husky,
maybe?
I mean, I doubt they would sit Husky game one, right?
You would think so. We'll just wait for these last couple of players to appear up on the scoreboard. Obviously, it's the defenders, so...
Okay, Spartans are out with an early pack lead. I think I just saw Link run through...
Yeah, that looked like
so
Link.
Spartans are over
Link.
at Eclipse.
It looks like they're all just trying to take a measure of what everyone is doing. No one...
It is Husky, okay.
Husky's in for the Catalyst.
Really good early lead for Spartans there. I am hearing some yelling, so I think we're going to see some action soon.
Looks like Eclipse have sat Mopar. Master Mopar, so...
For this first game, at least.
Yep.
I think we're going to see some really strong defenses this first game. Nobody's going to want to make a move.
Yeah, traditionally you definitely see some... The first game is definitely the most defensive game.
It lets them take a measure of each team, see how tired each team is. Some of these teams have done quite a lot of games already. You've got some blues streaming to green there. You've got reds on the back there as well.
Legs setting up the front door.
Ooh, there was a denial there on... Grub. Grub got one shot in.
One shot in the green.
And got denied by, I think, Taipan,
Yeah.
We've got both teams at the green base there for a brief moment.
Yeah, we can see some red defenders sitting at red base still. Blue looks surprisingly empty. They're probably just on the outside, but...
I'd definitely say they'd be pushed out.
I think we saw Volley. Volley was playing this front area.
Blue pushing in a green just then. Red on their tail as well. Red just managed to get them out.
So a lot of pack going to Spartans with both teams at their base right now.
Yeah. And they're not going to be complaining about that. Not this early in the game, especially if they're not hearing any other bases go down. They're going to be happy with this.
Yeah, they're going to be very in control of this game. I think we're not going to see a base go down until, I would guess, the 6-minute mark.
You reckon 6 minutes?
Yeah, I reckon it's going to be 6 minutes of this.
I reckon they'll break it out before then. Probably 3 or 4 minutes in.
Something going on at red. Oh, I thought I heard a base get shot.
I'm going to sit right in the middle. I'm going to say 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Okay.
5 minutes, yeah.
You got green at blue at the moment. You got 2 greens at blue. They're at the back there. They're inside.
Kansas inside.
Oh, they've got red there as well, though. It's going to be a bit... Oh, probably an opportunity here.
Blue's just diving inside. Still gone.
Throwing themselves at him.
I believe you've got a green at the back there. Kansas inside.
He's just waiting for his moment. Here comes blue. No,
still down.
He's getting bulk points. Ooh.
Here he goes.
Did he clear
that?
Here it is. It looks like he cleared it. Defended himself.
Ooh.
First base of the finals goes to Mad
4 minutes.
Oh, first one goes to Nickel. He was right.
That was clean. That was really clean. I think they benefited a little bit from a couple of red players potentially on the outside there.
There's a lot of patience in that.
Yeah.
He was under the base for a really, really long time, all things considered.
And that's the mark of a true professional.
But he did manage to cover himself as well, and I think that's something that our younger teams, that pack control and the ability to effectively brawl inside the base and protect yourself is something that it comes with time and games under your belt.
So we've got Catalyst over at the Spartans base. I can only see Grub, but I'm sure there's a couple there. Oh, he's in. He's in.
That's
I think he thought he shot Zeropa, so...
Oh, is that clean? It was clean.
Oh,
It was clean.
wow.
They missed the tag there. Green was in there. They hesitated almost before they went in to try and get that denied. Maybe not sure where they were.
It's really slippery.
Yeah.
It's like so slippery. So I think you're going to see a lot of people like staggering in for denials because it's not worth getting injured this early.
Yeah, that's something to consider.
Yeah, Butts has just made an interesting point of Catalyst tag ratios aren't looking great. So yeah, we've got Grub on 11 to 18. Wax on 14 for 22, and he's usually their pack pointer. So
Rover's usually pretty solid in defense, but he's 1 for 5 and he's on minus 50 points.
So somebody's picking on them. Legs 13 for 7. And Kansas 27 for 12.
Ah, yeah,
So.
that'd be it.
that would be
Classic
them.
cans.
They have a base though, and if Eclipse starts to feel like the bases are going down, and there's only been 2 for now, does that start to put a sort of bit of pressure on them in their own head potentially to try and push bases if they feel like they don't feel like they're necessarily getting the points on the packs.
We've got Spartans at blue again. I saw 3 Spartans. So I don't know if one's on a push, but I also saw some red.
Yeah, so speaking from experience with that, after playing Clips earlier today, we got a couple of early hits on them, and they felt like they were getting starved out of the game, and they made a call to pull up stumps and dump.
Yeah.
So if Clips get behind early, you can definitely account for a dump maybe later off in the game. Maybe not in this first game, but if they get towards the middle of the game 2 and towards game 3, it's definitely a possibility.
Well, I think that's an interesting point because that's what they did at the Rumble last year, and it cost them.
We've seen it a few times actually through the run today of teams, pulling up stumps, dumping, but dumping too late. They make the call too late.
Cycle.
Yeah.
Wax.
Whoa,
One shot
shot
denied by
denied.
Adam. That was a risky shot into the base. I don't think I would have done it myself.
I think this is one of those things that Wax in the past has done that and gotten away with it, and I don't know how much Wax has been training this year, but it's one of those things that you lose that touch.
But the thing is, Wax is one of those players who can just pop up again, and he's just as good as he was. So, I've seen him come out of these games. Oh, Taipan's at green. He's in and he's
Just
alive.
You've got to be really careful of where he's standing there, trying with another player trying to evac the base there.
Yep.
Right in front of a ref as well, so got to be careful with that.
Spartans clear that attacking maneuver out.
So there's definitely 2 there at the Spartans base.
Yep, and then you got strong green defense though.
In terms of the strength of the bases, there was a great meta shift sort of halfway through the comp where at the beginning I think red was winning most of the games.
Yep.
And then I think towards the end, red was not the base that people wanted. So green I've heard a lot of, but I do know Adelaide particularly favors blue.
Yeah, we saw it through the run today that the earlier teams were choosing red, but as we got higher through the grid, the top teams were starting to choose green more and more.
Yeah, the bottom end still definitely favored red, and I think it's because it's a good defensive base.
It's a good base to end the game on. Right?
Yeah.
But assuming you can make the game end on your base.
Oh, red's and green. Oh no, they're out.
Yeah.
It's funny because the only sort of top end team that I saw pick red was 1UP. And I do wonder if they picked red to dump red or to go aggressive from red.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I hear yelling.
You got blues pushing red there by not getting in.
Grub making a run through red base there.
So yeah, big pack lid on the Spartans there. I think Eclipse.
Oh, here's Grub. Wow.
Ooh, that was a good cover by Volley there as Eclipse
Yeah.
pick up the second base for their team. So Grub's done. He's got 2.
It's gonna be interesting to see now with him having 2. He can go back. He can hold a stronger defense potentially. Or
Nah,
you
he's
hold
not
him
going to
out.
stay back.
Yeah, you reckon?
Nah, so pretty much all 3 of these teams play the same way at being Queensland, and we never
Yep.
send our attack drivers home.
Oh,
So Grub
okay.
has way more information. He
Yep.
knows how the defenses are set up, and it's going to be faster for him to pick somebody up and take them through a base than to try and either relay that or have a new player figure that out mid-game.
Yep.
So I doubt we'll see Grub at home.
You've got blues inside of the green base now. Green's trying to get them out. It looks like they did. Yeah, they did just then.
I heard a blue shot, I thought.
Yep, was a
Oh,
denial
it
there
was
as well.
Adam.
It was Adams.
Adam copping a one-shot deny into blue there.
Yep.
So I think we're going to see some teams get a bit antsy here. So Eclipse know they have no bases. They know bases have gone down. They're a little out of the pack. I don't know how they'll feel that. So
And we're getting to that point, as we suggested at the start, that if they are going to dump, they don't have a lot of time
They don't
left.
have a lot of time.
well, we've got 3 blues at green as well as a red. Oh, Cairns takes red base.
Yep.
Cairns sneaks under the
Ooh, that
radar.
was
Nice, clean take. Good little move to the back there to stop that tag coming in through the back door there.
And it does appear that no other bases went down at that time.
So Eclipse is still no bases. They don't seem to be able to get into any other bases at the moment either. So
Cougar's made an interesting point here. And he says, is this history being made with the first father and son getting to finals on different teams? So we've got Master Mopar on on Eclipse, and we've got Dodge on Catalyst.
I think it might more.
Ooh.
I'm trying to think of other father-son duos that we've seen come through nationals.
Did Doc ever make a finals with Caleb?
I don't. Oh, I'm going to get this wrong. Canberra. I don't think he was technically on a team.
Okay.
Ooh, Adam's going for blue
Adam
here.
on blue. And Adam secures blue. So Brisbane Eclipse pick up their first base of the game. As we get to the final 2 minutes here, we've got Spartans on 24,000 with 2 bases. Catalyst on 19,800 with 2 bases. And Brisbane Eclipse just behind there on 14,000 with 1 base.
So I can see people talking about whether or not we're going to see teams dump. Look, I don't think we're going to see teams dump. We've seen too many teams get punished for that dump. Ooh, Wax is going for red.
Ooh, that's a big base from Wax there.
So we are seeing a few more bases go down now. Spartans are still 2k up despite being a base down. So they've got like a 5k pack lead. 4k-ish now.
Are we seeing Red having pushed more people out and sort of slacken their defense a little bit? We saw Red go down a couple of times now.
So Spartans are over at the Eclipse base at the moment. We did see Catalyst go out with 3 before.
There we go.
One
Wolfpack.
for one.
I can see Wax and I think Volley over at the Spartans base. Red's back up. Link and Cans are there. Like, I would back them to get it because Eclipse is going to have to go out with some numbers now if they want another base, and they need another base to stay in this.
Typin's a very good GC. He's going to know he's going to be behind. He's going to have to make an aggressive play here towards the end of this game just to bridge the gap a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's definitely 3 Spartans back on.
You've got people playing at the back of green there, trying to get in. Those pack hits coming out from Catalyst, and I know they're a base ahead, but it's climbing now.
Here's Link going for red.
Protecting himself from backdoor. Another clean base there for the Spartans.
It seems like both teams identified that red's the easier base to get,
Yep.
and this late they can just roll through.
Yep.
We do have to ask there, what is Red doing here to try and counteract that if they feel like their base is going down? It doesn't feel like they're attacking other bases particularly hard as well. And I know we're armchair refs.
Oh, they're over at blue actually, as I say that. I see Orkurai there. So I think their only choice is to go out with 3. I think if they dump, they risk giving up too many without actually capitalizing.
Yep.
I think if they go out with 3, they have the best option here. We've seen a lot of teams just get punished for dumping.
Yeah.
Taipan with making tactical calls for Eclipse here for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
Like we probably have like 3 of the best GCs in the country in this game.
I'd pay that.
So it's going to make for some very interesting games. And because this is a 3-game series, each team knows sort of what's going on. So we can't discuss scores for the next 5 minutes or so, just in case they can hear us. And we will probably lower our voices a little bit and talk about some trivia or something like that, just so you guys know. But yeah, really good games there. Super tight.
We'll come back to have a chat on those. Go back to the chat for a moment. I think there was a couple of people that suggested there was a couple of father-son duos across there. We've got Muzz suggesting me and Dave.
Nah, that's Blitz. He's just being funny.
It's been funny.
It's one of our guys.
That was one of yours, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
This is not the first time finals has been streamed. I think we've been streaming finals since 2018? Oh, 17, yes.
Yeah.
But technically speaking, the last Bendigo in 2015, they did finals differently where we actually did finals right before presentation.
Yep.
Everybody got to come down and watch it on the roller rink. And then the teams sort of came in straight away afterwards. So I think that was probably the kickoff to streaming finals.
Yeah.
I definitely think we've gotten a lot better at it. And I definitely think it was a good kick into our own social media being able to. I say Cougar said it was Albury, so we didn't stream Adelaide. Yeah.
There you go.
Now that I think about it, yeah.
It definitely wasn't done before I left. But seeing it sort of start to take off in my years away was always really interesting. So
I think I've always said that the worst year for me is going to be that first Nats I miss, and I have to like be at home and all my friends are gone and I'm like watching it.